Is that what you're saying? Damn it. Do you mean to tell me all this time I've been talking and nothing's been being heard? I've been talking so much. Seriously? You don't hear anything? Oh my God. Here, I had my headset on and maybe... Motherfucker. God damn I'm cursing now. I'm mad. Are you just trolling me, Polly? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Now? Oh, you could hear me. 19 minutes of dead air. Freaking fucking minutes? Seriously? Oh, man. I was talking about Laszlo a little bit. You know, because the dumpster has been talking about Laszlo, and I think she's got a screw loose, honestly. I really do. Oh, gosh. I was talking about different podcasting tips and my experience with terrestrial radio, and... Oh, man. I have a friend that's always posting to Facebook, and it's always going... I'm on my phone. So can you guys hear me now? Because I just assumed that no one was here. Man, I mean, who wants to talk about Laszlo that bad? I mean, but I just wanted to clear up some information about him. That he definitely is a male prostitute, or has been. He was a drunk, he was on drugs, and I don't know if he is now. But that he liked young girls, specifically Katie. When Katie was getting ready to turn 18, we had a big party for her. At least on Laszlo's show, and he was all excited. He was trying to convince her to take a bus from New York down to Texas, where he lived, so he could take her virginity. I mean, it's just nasty. Just gross. She was a young girl, and he's a worn-out whore. Male whore. You know, and I told the story about when Laszlo went to go meet the dumpster. Because she invited, sure, I'd like to meet you. I'd like to see you sometime. And he calls maybe 2 miles from her house. She's dumb enough to give him directions to get to her house. And this is why it's dumb. Because he'd been in jail, and I guess with the Bell Bondsman Company, you just don't care about that stuff. And he'd been a felon. Yeah, it's just not wise when your husband's outside working on the Volkswagen to allow a man to come over in the dark of night, which is what she did. She knew he was a male prostitute. She knew he was on all sorts of drugs and alcohol, you know, the whole 9 yards. What? Stabby McHugs, go scratch. Just go scratch. I'm talking about Laszlo. So Laszlo is coming over to the dumpster's house. She lets him in. They go up the stairs, and they go to her, what she calls her studio, right? And she tells him not to look at her. Because she said that, oh, he was just staring at me. Just staring at me. And then Laszlo tells me, I was just sitting there talking with her. You know, you look at someone you talk to, and then she suddenly goes berserk and tells him not to look at her. And a matter of fact, she told him to sit on the floor, back against the wall. It was kind of weird. But I have a tendency to believe this story because I heard similar on both sides. And at one point, Laszlo decides to leave the quote-unquote studio. He goes down a short flight of stairs and encounters the dumpster's son, Stephen. I think his name is Stephen. Well, anyway, they go in Stephen's room, which he had a variety of bongs. And he had different types of weed. I guess payment from the people that they would bond out of jail. And they smoked something, I don't know. You know, something that Elvis Presley probably would have loved. And they got really high. They get high in Stephen's bathroom. And Laszlo gets an erection. and he masturbates into some underwear of Steven's. And then he goes down the stairs again to the main floor, but he takes this is really gross, the underwear that has the evidence, we'll just call it the evidence, he smears it on the hand railing of the stairs and the wall. I mean, it's really nasty. And how could you not know when the hand railing is a little bit sticky? It's kind of gross. And, ugh. I guess at that point he talks to Victor. And then he goes back up the stairs where somehow he gets a hold of some pink underwear. I don't know if that's the dumpsters or was the daughter of the dumpsters underwear of it. Anyway, maybe he went by the laundry room and grabbed them. But he said they were dirty, so I doubt that was the underwear from the laundry room. What? Well, anyway, this happened, and she was the dumbass, brain-damaged fool that allowed this guy in. She knew that he was a felon. She knew that he was a male prostitute. She knew he was a pervert. She knew all these things, and that he was not all there. And he's on drugs and alcohol-ridden, and, she knows all these things. And she let him in. That's her dumbass. I would have told him to get the fuck away, I would have met him somewhere, maybe at my worst decision making. I think I would have done that. But I would never, ow, motherfucker! Ow! Oh my god. Son of a... I'm having some pain right now. Oh my god. And I take my pain pills. Oh my god. I've been drinking so much water recently to try to stop this. No, ibuprofen and... Oh, I get these pains. Oh. Alright, so he has the pink underwear. He wants Katie, the almost 18-year-old at the time, to take a bus of all things, down to Texas. And he really thought they would get together, by the way. This young girl, which I found out later, was not 18. She was 23, 24, working at a nursing home. I mean, my God. It's just crazy. Just absolutely crazy. And there's so many lies. When I look back. Okay, I'm trying to straighten my mind out for a moment. So she allows him to come in. And then at some point, I'm trying to remember the 19 minutes of me talking. And then at one point, how do you say? The guy would drive in his car, his mother's car, or his wife's car, which, he was married this whole time, still was married, as far as I know. And he would call me from where Heather would live. And Heather lived in her grandmother's old house. After grandmother had died, the house had gone to dumpster, and she used it as a rent house. She made it sound like she bought it. Oh, I'm fine now. I'll be okay. It just, the pain happens. Just usually not that sharp. So, I did think it was very strange that Laszlo would call me from the dumpster's whore daughter from her house. That really bothered me. I almost called the dumpster on that because I thought that was going a little bit too far. But as I would never talk to the dumpster, I really couldn't call her. And would she have believed me? Probably not. But, and it could be that Laszlo was just lying. I don't know. I wasn't there and glad I was not there. But, let me grab my water. Where did my water go? I'm drinking water all the time. I'm on so many freaking meds now. Yeah, I just think the doctors are happy to tell me I'm going to die. Now I don't have an immune system. That's the last thing. Had my DNC, and apparently I have no immune system. How in the hell did I get pregnant then? I mean, Jesus. Well, anyway, back to what I was talking about. So this character named Laszlo that the dumpster raves about is nothing what it seems, but is anything what it seems. You know, our perceptions, our worldviews all come into play. I can't wait to get the David Bowie's Black Star. I'm sure you guys have heard the video or seen